Hey, what's going on? It's Stokely from South Sound Dule. I don't have much to say. I was just listening to a video by a doctor on YouTube who, he's developed his own hair loss brand of products. He himself has no hair. The motivational doc also tells you how to take care of your hair. He also has no hair. But, they have a saying, the coach doesn't play, right? So you don't have to actually have hair to do that, because sometimes you're too far gone. By the time you get the information and you know what to do, or your specific condition is not a recoverable condition. It's like people who are in bad relationships and they're giving you relationship advice. Like, how can you teach me something you don't know? But by making mistakes, people can learn a lot and they can convey some information. You still got to be you got to scrutinize that information though, and really determine, does this person really know what they're talking about? Or, are they coming from a good place with it? Well, whatever. So he was doing, I guess a play-by-play. He was doing a playback of somebody else's video and commenting on that guy's video. And the guy who he was commenting on is not a doctor. He's just a regular Joe like myself. And he did his own research about how to reverse his hair loss. And he's had some success. So the guy in the video, he was taking saw palmetto and biotin supplements. And something just struck me. Well, it didn't really just struck me. The doctor, when the guy in the video said he's taking biotin supplements, the doctor said, well, you don't really, if you're eating your vitamin Bs, if you're eating your B vitamins, not vitamin B vitamin. I don't know why they call it B vitamin instead of vitamin B. If you're eating your B vitamins, you don't really have to take biotin. And myself, I've had experience when I take B12. When I take a B complex, my urine just comes out extremely yellow. And I looked up why that is, and it said, well, your body just dumped a lot of the B complex that you just took. It didn't really need it, so it just dumped it back out. So, according to him, you don't really need to take B complex supplements, biotin, which is one of the B vitamins. If you're eating it. And what struck me when the doctor said that is that, when you look at a lot of medical conditions where, maybe not a lot, but certain medical conditions, they affect your kidneys and your liver, right? When it comes to like diabetes, when it comes to your hormones especially, that's something that goes on with your kidneys, the adrenal glands, right? And we're realizing that, a lot of things are hormone related, from your mood to your growth to, weight loss, and all of these things, many different things could be related to your endocrine system. And, now we're having discussion recently now about endocrine disruptors in our food, in our fragrances, in our clothes, in the air. They're everywhere, you know what I mean? It comes back to the adrenal glands a lot, because even testosterone is produced in the adrenal glands, right? And there's other things that's produced in the adrenal glands. Let me look it up. Just give me 1 second, because I was taking some notes the other day. I was taking a look at erectile dysfunction. I made some notes, right? So maybe I'll have to talk about this later, but it relates somewhat to what I'm talking about. What is the substance that I'm looking at? The substance is called neurotransmitter. So I was looking at, I'm all over the place, right? So hang out with me, right? So impotence. Sometimes, okay, I was looking up an article Stop. I wasn't looking up an article. What happened? There's a doctor in, I believe, New York. He apparently committed SA against his male patients, right? He committed SA on his male patients. He's a urologist. Now, people went to him for treatment for ED, and in the lawyer class action suit commercial that I saw on television, it said if men went to this doctor for ED varicose treatment. I said, wait a minute, varicose? Varicose are those veins that you see on women's legs. So I went and I typed in Google ED varicose. And guess what? Varicose veins are associated with erectile dysfunction. Right? So I'm like, wow, what's going on here? So I'm doing a little more reading. It's basically showing you that if your body isn't circulating blood properly, it's not opening and closing all these valves in the right way in order for your body to keep blood pressure in certain places, even in the penis. So all the blood goes down to your legs, gives you those varicose veins, and also, since the valves aren't opening and closing and doing what they're supposed to do, they're also not opening and closing in order to pump up the muscles in the penis, okay? So, that control mechanism is controlled by a part of the brain called the autonomic nervous system. Now, the autonomic nervous system has the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. You know, Yaki Awaken was talking about this, but I didn't pick up what he was talking about. So, the autonomic nervous system has a sympathetic and parasympathetic, and these control involuntary stuff in your body, right? Like your eyes dilating and a lot of different stuff like that. But the one that deals with specifically erectile dysfunction in the penis is part of the sympathetic. So this sympathetic this autonomic nervous system, the sympathetic part of it, let's see here, it is let's see what hormone it's associated with from Google. Okay. All right, I'm sorry. I don't know where I am, but I'm gonna okay. So the sympathetic nervous system is regulated by a hormone in your body called norepinephrine. I did it. Thank you. Norepinephrine, right? So norepinephrine is produced in two places in the body. It's produced it does two things. It's a neurotransmitter, and it's also a hormone. Norepinephrine, I'm sorry. Norepinephrine, it's a hormone and a neurotransmitter, right? So, as a neurotransmitter, it's produced in your brain right at the bottom of your skull, in a place called the brainstem. It's produced in the brainstem, okay? As a hormone, it's produced. Is this person honking me? I don't know. Yeah, he's mad. He wanted me to turn even though the light was red. As a hormone, it's produced in the adrenal glands, which are at the top of your kidneys, right? So, how am I going to tie this back to whatever I was talking about before? I don't remember. But anyhow, so when when your autonomic nervous system, sympathetic isn't working right, your blood isn't circulating right. Your kidneys need to be performing properly, and your brainstem needs to be performing properly. So that's what I was getting to, the kidneys. So the kidneys and the adrenal glands. And, when it comes to the adrenal glands also manage and respond to when you eat salt and stuff like that. People nowadays are talking about, salt is not bad, sugar is bad. Well, listen, man, when I eat too much salt, I get a headache. So I believe that salt spikes your blood pressure, but maybe not everybody has that response. Maybe they don't have that sensitivity. But I think it's very important that the kidneys be in good condition. So, getting back to what I was saying, the guy was saying he's taking B complex, biotin. The doctor said, well, you can get it from your food. The guy's also taking saw palmetto, which fights the DHT to make your hair grow. The B complex, biotin, and all these stuff like that helps you digest your food. From what I'm understanding, it helps you get the energy from your food. So my thinking is, it's possible that a lot of our kidneys aren't working right, and a lot of our livers are not working right. Liver does a lot of work, kidneys do a lot of work too. I did an episode, I don't know if I published it, because it was kind of, I don't know, how many people are on a waiting list every day for a kidney. There's like 30. I don't quote me on this number, because it's now fresh in my memory. There's like 30 people that die every day in America waiting for a kidney transplant. Right? Let's look it up. Let's look it up, since I don't want to be like totally lazy. Let's see. How many in America? I should have just put US. Die waiting for kidney. How many die in America waiting for a kidney transplant? Okay, I went overboard. It's 12 to 17 people die each day while waiting for a kidney transplant. The number of people waiting. This is from Google. 100,000 people are on the transplant waiting list, and the majority of them need a kidney. Only about 20,000 kidney transplants are performed each year. Some people die while waiting, and others are removed from the list because they become too sick for a transplant. So, keeping your kidneys clean and taking care of your kidneys and enriching them and making them stronger is very critical, I think, in life, period. You know what I mean? Like, it's important. Look how many people are dying every day. 12 to 17 people. 365 days a year. How many is that? That's almost 20. That's almost 700 people. That's like 1,000 people dying every year waiting for a kidney. Now, the death rate in America is like 300,000. And most people actually die from lower respiratory conditions. You got to get your indoor air quality right. You got to be careful. Stop the smoking. Smoking is never good. I wanted to do a recording about, not smoking marijuana, but don't smoke if you can. And be careful around all of these fragrances and these volatile organic compounds. Just be careful, just be careful, get an air filter in your house. Anyhow, so I just really wanted to respond to the stimulus that I got from that guy, saying he's taking biotin, he's taking saw palmetto. A lot of these medications that we take get processed in their liver. If you take too much aspirin, it'll damage your stomach and it'll damage your liver. medications can damage your liver, right? Let's go back to Google and see that, because you don't have to believe me. Don't believe me. Look it up for yourself. Excuse me. I'm gross, right? Okay, I'm waiting till I get to the stop sign so I don't be too unsafe, right? I just want us all be safe. So, take care of your kidneys, take care of your liver. You want to take care of your whole body, of course. Of course you want to take care of your whole body. You know what I mean? It's not just about the kidneys and the liver. You know what I mean? Those are nice. So, what medications hurt the liver? Okay, acetaminophen, that's Tylenol. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs such as ibuprofen, that's regular aspirin and regular Tylenol and stuff like that. Amoxicillin, an antibiotic, most likely to cause liver injury. Amoxicillin, they give you that when I guess you're sick or something, like it's an antibiotic. Methyl-dopa, a medication used to treat high blood pressure. I don't know that one. Anabolic steroids, whoa, that's for all the guys working out. Chlorpromazine, used to treat schizophrenia, that has a known association with liver damage. Other medications that can cause liver damage: statins, that's if you have high cholesterol, and some other stuff that I don't understand any of them. But when you take medications, that's where they're processed. They're basically processed in your liver for the most part, from my understanding. I think the liver takes the stuff from your stomach. The stuff from your stomach goes into your intestines, goes through some kind of pathway, gets to your liver, and your liver turns it into some kind of thing that you can use. That's my understanding. It's like one of the biggest organs, taking up almost as much space as one of your lungs or something like that. It's pretty big. But I think that, if I keep going, I don't have anything to say. All I want to say is take care of your liver and your kidneys. How can you do that? You stay away from drugs and alcohol, even prescription drugs, even over-the-counter drugs. Tylenol will destroy your liver. Acetaminophen, or whatever the heck it's called. Antibiotics. Everything in moderation, you know what I mean? And our bodies aren't cookie cutter. We're not all the same. You see some people, they're big, some people they're small. I just did an episode saying, we're not all the same, because there's a guy over there, he's abusing alcohol. He has all his hair. He's strong as an ox. This guy over here, he's abusing alcohol. Now he has kidney damage. He's on dialysis. His whole body is messed up. Some people are different from other people. Unfortunately, we can't really fine tune everything. We gotta hope that our doctor cares, but hey, they're busy too, right? So we gotta pay attention and fine tune how we take care of ourselves, and notice what we respond to, and if you have while you're healthy is the best time to find out about what your tolerances for things are. I would totally avoid smoking, and I would totally avoid alcohol, and I would avoid too much sugar. I would avoid a lot of synthetic preservatives and stuff in cans and stuff in boxes if possible. But we need to go. You know what I mean? I would avoid fast food too. Try to cook my own food, cook everything thoroughly. Keep a sanitized environment in your kitchen, or sanitized hands and all this stuff. Keep stuff out of your mouth. You know what I mean? Like, get an air filter, all these things. I mean, that's for your lungs. Like I said, most people, the most fatalities in America are from lower respiratory conditions, and then it's probably like heart disease and cancer. Waiting for a kidney or kidney failure is probably down the line, but still, some of these things could potentially be extensions of that. So we got to try to take care of ourselves. If you want to live long as possible, and not even just long, but live long and have your abilities. Now, tomorrow's not guaranteed to anybody, right? Yeah, you gotta live YOLO. You only live once, and you fear of missing out, and you want to have fun, and you want to have a good time. Yeah, okay, maybe on occasion you can, but if you notice that the good time that you're having is costing you, you're having a hangover, you can't wake up, you got a headache, you got a stomach ache, you got diarrhea. Madonna said it best. Pain is a message when something is wrong. That's my, you know what I mean? So me, I got to stay away from the salt because it gives me a headache. I got to stay away from the sugar because it gives me sciatica pain. I got to stay from the milk because it gives me diarrhea. And I like to be as efficient and pain-free and able as possible, because when I'm sick, I'm vulnerable. When I'm sick, I don't know, yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Then in this machine, this work world where I have to work in the office every day. Some people work remote. I can't say, well, I got diarrhea, I'm gonna work remote. No, I gotta go to work. You know what I mean? I gotta do this, I gotta do that. I got responsibilities to take care of, like everybody else. So unfortunately, we can't just sit under a palm tree and be fanned with eagle's feathers, and you know what I mean? So that's not the life that we're living. We got to be out here. We got to be in good shape to take care of ourselves and survive and struggle and whatever. You know what I mean? But at the same time, we don't want to feel pain. We don't want to feel pain. So yeah, all those things plus some exercise is good. So that's all I got to say. I'm saying too much, and I've said enough, and I'm not saying much of anything else. Take care of your kidneys, take care of your liver, stay away from the alcohol, stay away from the drugs, prescription and otherwise. Even though food is a drug, everything that you consume is a drug. Water is probably a drug, you can consider that. But you want to clean everything going into your body, because your liver needs it, your kids needs it, your brain needs it. All of these things, they all need all the stuff that you're putting in it to make good stuff, so that you keep feeling good, or keep feeling at least content and normal. So let me be quiet, let me shut up now, and thanks for listening.